What's good, my peoples? It's your main man, Solace, Jesus Christ. Today I want to do this video on what is sex. So I'm gonna break that down for y'all. The ladies. This is mainly for the ladies. I think y'all need to hear this. This is a deep thing. But before I jump into that, I want to answer these few questions I got. The first question I got was from, I don't know how to pronounce the name, but she wanted to know, or he wanted to know, why don't we feel the planets moving if they so-called move? Now, that's a good question too, I want to say. The reason we don't feel the planets move is because you have to understand we are on a microscopic level in comparison to the planets. Just like the cells in your body are at a microscopic level compared to you. So now, when I do things like a backflip, the cells are organs in my body. They're not moving all around. They are in cohesive with me. So the cells that live on my liver, when I do a backflip, they don't fly off the liver or nothing like that. They don't even feel that. They're too small. So just imagine if you put a small ant on a green tennis ball and then you spin the tennis ball. The ant is not going to feel that. The ant is so small that it's like almost embedded in the fur that's on the ball. So when you turn the ball, the ant does not see the difference. You have to look at it from this perspective. When a planet is in space and the planet spins, you wouldn't know, because what's upside down, what's sideways if you're in mid-space. You only know upside down movements because when you move, nothing else moves with you. So when I do a handstand, you will say he's upside down. But if you wasn't there and there was no ground here, nothing around me, and I went upside down, and whatever was viewing me went upside down with me, what's upside down? So this is my point. When you're in mid-space and you're on a microscopic level, what's up and what's truly down? You're just on the surface. So if this is a ball and you're a small dot on the top and the ball goes this way, your perspective does not change. So we just got to get a level of things. The next question this person had was, why can't the sun be seen from outer space? That's another great question. And my answer to you is this. I've never been out of space. So when you haven't either. So there's really no need for you to ask that question, why can't the sun be seen out of space? Until you show me a man that went out of space that say the sun can't be seen, then I don't know nothing about outer space. All I know is the universe and how life works. But as far as suns in outer space and if you can see them or not, I have no clue about that because I've never been out of space and you haven't either. So if I was you, I wouldn't really worry about what anybody told you about outer space. Simple. Just deal with what you can see. Now, I got another question from I think it was a woman. I'm not sure, but she said, when did you know that you knew all things? She's put some other stuff in there too, in some Bible passages. So I'm coming to the conclusion she thinks that I'm Jesus and I came back. I don't know. My name is Solace. I was born in 1982 AD. Now, I know Jesus died when he was 33 years old. And I know I pop up now at 33 years old. But I have no recollection of being here as Jesus. Or any other name that y'all say Jesus has. So, whatever y'all want to attach me to, just to all the people watching, I didn't say no shit like that ever. Now, when did I know that I knew all things? Well, I don't know all things. I only know what I ask myself. Meaning, if you ask me a question about something that I've never asked myself, then I would have to ask myself before I can answer you. So you have to understand my level of understanding of things. I I have a talent where anything I look at, I know what it is. Anything I ask, I get the answer to. But I don't ask everything. So don't think that I'm a computer walking around with a whole bunch of data in me. No. There's certain things I've never thought to ask, just like there's certain things y'all may not have never thought to ask. So until I ask them or think of them, then I don't know. And it's that simple. But there's nothing you can't show me that I can't tell you what the hell it is, or what's the point or the purpose of it. How do I do that? I don't know. Like I told people, the light in that video came, and ever since that day, whatever I see, I know, and it keeps enhancing. So every day, my knowledge on the sperm being the spirit enhances. Every day, my knowledge on anything I've ever told you enhances every day. So whatever I told you, because I ain't been here that long, but whatever I told you 2 months ago about the Kundalini, and whatever I may have told you yesterday about the Kundalini, if you compare them, then you'll see like, oh, god damn, he know a lot more now. So it just enhances every day. Whatever is in me, it gets enhanced. Now, somebody asked me, how can the sperm be the spirit? This is simple. It's like this. Is the black woman God? No. Because if I ask a black woman any God question, she don't know anything about it. And if we all have this perception or was always told that the spirit is the breath of life, so we assume that the spirit is like some ghostly, windly wind thing. Now, how is the sperm the spirit? Because we know that the spirit is in all life. Now, what's in all life is the question that man should have been asking, as opposed to making up ghosts to be the spirits. Now, the sperm is in all life, whether it's a man all the way down to a seed. Anything that has life has a sperm cell in it. The sperm cell was made in the image of God. This is what that is all talking about. The sperm cell. So even in the Bible, when you hear, I don't know if that was even in the Bible, but you've heard men say the greatest trick the devil ever played was making the world think he didn't exist. This is referring to the serpent, which would be the sperm. So you got to understand, the snake is not the serpent. The snake was always used as a visual for the serpent because no one in the past seen the sperm. Just like now, we have pictures of the sperm. Back then, I don't think they had microscopic images of the sperm. Now, they probably had microscopes and things of that nature to where they could see the sperm. But as far as taking images of it to keep, I don't think they had that. I think they preferred to just draw things on rock. Last longer. So, the sperm, the snake is pretty much as close as you're going to get of an image physically of the sperm. So when they say the devil played the trick that no one thought he existed, is speaking of the sperm. Because once the sperm goes into the egg, we all assume that the goddamn egg and sperm came together and made the body, and the spirit is some make-believe shit that is hiding in the inside. Mind you, what is hiding in the inside is the sperm. It always was in there. The sperm went in the egg. It never left out. You can't forget that. The egg developed into whatever it developed in. The sperm developed inside of the spinal cord in the brain. That's why the spinal cord in the brain is in the same shape as the sperm cell, because that's like the house for the sperm cell. within the body, just like a battery. You have a cell phone, you have a battery. The battery is the life. The cell phone holds all the data. The battery doesn't need the data because once the battery goes into the phone, it brings all that shit to life. It basically knows whatever the phone knows. The phone is nothing without the battery. This is how the sperm cell is with the body. The sperm cell does not need the data. It does not need the information that the body holds because the sperm cell has a brain. It can think, it can remember. So it's just like it's you. You can remember things. You don't need to walk around with your social security card on you because you can remember the number. The sperm cell is that. The sperm cell don't need to remember whatever the body experienced. The sperm cell don't need to keep data within itself of whatever the body experienced because it can just remember whatever the fuck happened. Now, that's that. Now, I want to get into this what is sex, and hopefully the camera don't cut off on me. But I'm going to just do what it do until that happens. Now, sex is a deep thing. See, we have to understand physical and unphysical. As of now, it seems as if everyone's spirit is the flesh. Everyone's spirit thinks that it is the body. It's no disconnection to I am the spirit inside, and this body is pretty much just what I use to do whatever I need to do physically. So now when we look at everything from a physical. So now when men and women having sex, it's looked at from a physical. Mind you, this is all spiritual, unphysical nature, meaning the sperm. Now, everyone's seen a person. A man has seen the woman and has got aroused before without even speaking to her or saying anything. Just seen her and got aroused. A woman has seen a man and got aroused, got wet, whatever you want to call it. This has happened to everyone or will at some point. Now, what this truly is the divine spirit within these people pulling for each other. So this is why a man's genitals get hard, and this is why a woman's clitoris or whatever gets wet, because this is the sperm or the spirit within these two people. The energy is like magnets. It's pulling for each other. Now, you have to understand, the spirit is energy, conscious energy. The body is like the rubber around the wire. It keeps the energy within. So now this is how when you see the physical penis rise, that is the energy within him, which is the spirit, pulling for whatever energy it feels. Now, when a man kisses a woman or touches a woman, this is the spirit. This is not physical. So you have to understand, the spirit is alone. The spirit is always alone. It sees, it hears, but it's alone. You have to start to grasp that. Your spirit is not your body. It is in your body alone, lonely. Just like any energy in any wire, it's separated from other energy that's in other wires. The rubber wires keep the energy in and separate from other energy. This is what your body does. Now, when you touch a person, see, when we touch a person or give a person a 5 nowadays, it's just a greeting. We're in the physical, we tapped out of the spiritual. But truly, when you touch a person, this is your spirit getting a chance to feel something other than itself. So this is why when you hold a baby, even though y'all are not communicating, the baby is almost like crystals. It cleanses your spirit. You feel good. The smell of the baby, all of this, you grasp it. But when you do this with a grown-up, you don't. Because it's just a greeting. So you have to understand when you're hugging and touching a person, this is the spiritual connection, the spirit getting a chance to feel and be one with something. Now, that is the greatest, highest honor of life. But see, the economy and everything fucks everything up. But the highest honor in life is love. For a man and a woman to become one. When you have sex, that's spiritual. That is the end parts of the sperm cell that is hanging out the base of the spine, going into the genitals, making it hard. This would be the kundalini. When a woman's genitals get wet, same thing. This would be the kundalini. The energy at the base of the spine uncoiling to meet one another. So when you stick your genitals into a woman, that is the endings of her sperm cell touching the endings of your sperm cell. And this is when the chakras pop in. See, we think of it wrong. The chakras start up here and they go down, but we think everything inside out nowadays. We think light is good, dark is bad, so on and so forth. But this is the chakras. You think of whatever it is you're thinking, and it goes down, heart start beeping, chakras, bam. Genitals get hard, your chakras is all open. When you start pounding it out and you climax, this is the kundalini. So we have to understand when you're having sex, this is spiritual. This is not truly a physical thing. And this is why it's so deep. And this is when you become one with someone. So it's like if there was no money, no economy, and none of this crazy things going on, you would be drawn. This is how you would know your spirit is drawn to someone. If y'all didn't speak words and you just became aroused, y'all spirits are talking to each other. It's pulling for each other, even if you ain't conscious of that you have a spirit. So it's a very deep thing. We got to get a level of understanding on sex and love. As of now, I haven't had sex this whole year. I have a great level of understanding on things. And all you hater niggas out there that want to think dumb shit, don't. Because I got an inbox full of women. I'm just not a beast like you niggas. I have a level of understanding. And this is why I'm truly single. Because I have to have a woman who understands things on a certain kind of level. This life thing is it's a design. You niggas ain't living right. This is why y'all are not getting that bliss heavenly feeling. When you meet a woman, the woman you're supposed to be with, that is heaven. You will be in heaven. That is what life is. A man meeting a woman and becoming one, making babies, and living and having their own existence. See, you have to understand. It's just deep. I'm trying to break it down. A sperm cell is not male nor female. The body that it goes into gives it that experience. So the sperm cell is neither or. The sperm cell is just basically, you can say both, because it's going to be what it's going to be. Sperm cell is half feminine, half masculine. This is why men half masculine, half feminine, so on and so forth. The woman would be like an offspring of that. So the man is exactly what the sperm cell is. And the woman is like an off branch of that in terms of the sperm cell. See, I don't want people to get caught up into this physical stupid shit. Who came first, man or woman? The sperm cell came first, which we all have. So let's get that out of our heads. Now, when the sperm cell goes into the egg and let's say it becomes a woman, it gets to experience this life as a woman. And the same as with a man. Now, when y'all come together, that is like every man that's born, there's a woman that's born. If there's a lady over here that had 2 sons and a daughter, there's a lady over here that had 2 daughters and a son. So everything is balanced out. Then you have the life that we live, stuck in the physical, people killing each other, and this brings the imbalance that we have. And then this is how people become gay. Now, if you're gay, whatever, that's cool. But this is the imbalance. And this is how the experience of the life becomes deteriorated. Because the sperm cells are, you can say, one in a sense. This sperm cell experiences malehood, this sperm cell experiences womanhood, but they're neither nor. When they come together, it's like a connection of energy and knowledge. See, the body grows off of food and the sperm cell grows off of knowledge. This is why it's important that you feed your spirit with truth. Because the sperm cell is going to grow off of whatever you feed it as far as knowledge go. Just like the body. You can feed the body toxic shit. It's going to grow. It's going to sustain the body. It might make the body sick eventually. But the body will still grow off the food and feed on it. And this is how the spirit is. If you feed your spirit lies and bullshit, it will develop on that. And then this is how you get dark spirits. Meaning, you can't see anything in darkness. So the spirit just dwells in nothingness. And this is how life truly is, and this is how it is in the physical. When a man doesn't acquire a certain amount of knowledge, or he's filled up with lies and bullshit and chaos, you see the man just roaming about. So this is how life is. We have to really understand that nothing's a joke, and you pretty much have to, there's a way to do this so that you ascend. You can descend. We got this all wrong. People think, oh, when I die, I must know. You can descend. Your ass will go back to be a goddamn cell. So let's get to a level of understanding. This your boy Solace. If I missed anything, let me know. I'll do a video on it.